Yeah, brother. Going back through some of the older comments that I found what you said, and you're 100% right. I mean, look, one thing people don't want to face is that fighting is very, very debilitating on the body, right? Like, and it's not fighting once. People want to talk about the ring, like, oh, you got shot, you took shots, this, that. No, it's the grind of the gym that you need to do to stay in shape that not only wears out the body, but it wears out the mind. And, being champion for a long time can do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a break. I understand why they have to say they have retired. Nobody's ever said, hey, I'm just going to take a break. I'll see you in a couple of years. They just don't do that. It's not how the game is done. I'm not certain why, because the reality is people get tired. People get exhausted from doing their job all the time. How many of us would like to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to take a break from work. I'll be back in a couple of years. And then when you go back, you'd go back refreshed, right? And many of us don't do physical jobs, many of us. So like, that's just a mental thing in itself, like getting back to it. And, one thing about fighting, I'll be honest with you, it's very, very repetitive. And especially, like I remember George Foreman, like they used to say they would teach George Foreman how to box in between his title defenses, but the reality is he never boxed in the ring. He just went out and threw hammers down on people and knocked them out, right? So George never really knew how to box. He didn't need to. He was such a devastating force, and that's the kind of stuff you're going up against, as UFC champion. You got people that are just exceptional in whatever area, and you've got to compete with them, and that's no easy task. I don't care who you are. So, Amanda taking a break and coming back, I guess I see it. Kayla versus Amanda is a fun fight. Do I wish Amanda took it as champion? Sure. I mean, I guess that continuity, if you will, would have been cool, but it doesn't matter either way. At the end of the day, they're going to fight. Will John Jones do this? I could definitely see John Jones doing it. Look, the first time he took off from light heavyweight, he was very close to losing a couple decisions that he got gifts on. Hooray for John. And then he took 3 years off to build his body up to heavyweight. But read in that, build the body up to heavyweight, get used to fighting off drugs. Problem, guys, with performance enhancing drugs, and yes, I've used them, only testosterone, but I've used it, is you get accustomed to it and you rely on it, right? Like, so a really naturally talented guy like Jones got to go back and not rely on it. So he's got 3 years of sparring in the gym off PEDs where he's no longer relying on that to be great. And because John Jones is so good anyway, the PEDs may have helped him, but he's still a beast. So, yeah, man, I got no problem with anybody taking time off. Good call, listener. Thanks for bringing it up. And everybody out there, read my book, Warrior of the Light.